Hey, what's up, guys? So I know a lot of people are gonna want to get my take on this, so we're gonna read through it real quick, and I'm gonna give my 2 cents throughout. Me reading through this real quick. Um, I'm not gonna read that first part, but um, this just says we're gonna rebalance stuff. Okay, so Corvus is getting nerfed. Um, From what I was reading through here, the skill 1 and skill 2 aren't changing. What they did was they took the added effect from skill 3 and just put it on there. So instead of like those effects being on the skill 3, they're on the skill itself now. So they didn't change from what I see here. Um, it just says, when the caster is enraged, it does those things instead of them being on the third skill. So it looks like the first skill and second skill didn't change, um, which is good. But the final skill here, okay, so before what it did was, he healed for 50 to 70%, depending on Mola, of his health, and gained a defense buff. I'm assuming based on what this says, defense buff is a 60% defense increase. Uh, I'm not sure if it's 60%. 60% seemed pretty high. I thought defense buff was like 30%. So, I don't know if he got 30 and 30 from both buffs or what. Because I guess I could just check Butt Reynolds data mines for skills and buffs and stuff after this because I'm not positive, but I'll know by the time this video is uploaded how much defense buff actually gives. So yeah, so it like the effect it's kind of weird now. So strengthens the caster with fighting spirit, making caster enraged for 3 turns before recovering health and granting an extra turn. So I'm assuming the heal is going to be the same. He begins the first battle with 50 fighting spirit, and he acquires 10 fighting spirit when attacked. Does he still gain fighting spirit off his other abilities? Acquire 10. Oh, he acquires 30 fighting spirit after his S2 now. So wait, what? Is that really a nerf then? It's not as bad as I thought. I didn't realize this S2 gives 30 fighting spirit now instead of 10. So based on like quick math, right? That makes him like 20% less effective with his sustain, right? So I think it might be smarter to build him faster now. Is kind of how I'm looking at this. That way you can get more of his S2 off. Because he's going to get the chunk of his fighting spirit from his S2. Because before it took a lot of turns. So I don't know. This is interesting because I didn't like before I started recording. I didn't realize that his S2 gave 30 fighting spirit now instead of 10. So I think this is actually a good change. Sorry, my dog is scratching himself right now. Sacco. God. All right. Yeah, this is interesting. This is actually just throws a wrench into it because I assumed like he just got 10 fighting spirit still, and like to be honest, I thought he was trash. But seeing that this gives 30, it's not as bad as I thought. I think he's still gonna be relevant, but it's gonna be harder to. Well, I don't even think it's gonna be much harder because with this, like the issue with Corvus soloing things, right, was getting that initial first heal, right? It was getting that first heal off, to get your buffs up, to keep you alive, right? But now, like, whereas he was taking, you know, he would do his first turn, he would get 10 fighting spirit, and he'll have 0 starting out, right? And then he'll take, like in Guild War situation, he'll take 3 hits, and then he'll be at 40. He'll be at 40 fighting spirit. He can't heal that first turn. He has to attack again and take another 3 hits. With it now, he starts at 50, and then he gains 30, takes 3 hits. It puts him at 100, so he can heal right off the bat and get his buffs up now. Granted, after that, like it'll be a lot harder for him to heal. So just thinking in a situation where like say he takes 3 more hits after he does, like, because he's gonna get, after he does this, he's gonna get 10, right? So he'll be at 10, he'll take 3 more hits, and then he'll be at 40. He'll do another hit, be at 50, take 3 more hits. 80, and we'll hit 90. So yeah, he has to be able to survive 2 full turns of taking 3 full hits before he can heal again. But I don't think this really, like, stops him from soloing stuff, per se. Just because he gets that 30 fighting spirit off his S2. Like, it makes the cooldown in his S2, like, way more important now. And, well, I guess he's a knight, so you can't run creation and destruction. I was just thinking that, but... Okay, so let's go down to their reasoning down here. I'm just going to read this really fast. So, the existing Corvus was designed to maintain a high defense using the skill, Fury's Advent, and subdue the enemy after recovery and skill buffs by using a skill that limits the enemy's movement. However, if Corvus is fighting against a number of heroes alone, and the enemy does not deal more than a set amount of damage, it is hard for Corvus to be defeated. In some situations, it became more advantageous for Corvus to fight against the enemies alone. So I guess you guys watched my videos. Sweet. I'm glad I get some traction. The purpose of this adjustment is to maintain Corvus's recovery ability and skill enhancement early in battle, and to lessen the problems that have occurred due to these abilities in extended battle, which I think they did a very good job of doing that, to be honest. The first change that we would like to explain is in regards to his skill, Fury's Advent. Initially, the skill was designed to be activated early to mid-stage of battle, but in reality, it was activated nearly every turn, causing Corvus to recover too much health. To resolve this issue, we have raised the initial fighting spirit that must be consumed from 50 to 100. However, the amount of fighting spirit gained when mass raid is used will be increased, and a certain amount of fighting spirit will automatically be granted at the start of battle, so that the difference in strength in early stages will not be drastically different. I actually think he's stronger early on than before. Because before, if you ignored him, it took him 5 turns. Like, literally, if you did not hit Corvus, it took him 5 turns before he could heal. Before he could buff his other abilities, right? Now it only takes him 3 before he buffs his other abilities. So, I don't know if you guys, I don't know, man. It literally says, no, let me read this again. Like, it says, initially the skill was designed to be activated in the early and mid stage of a battle. But in a GVG situation, if you ignored Corvus, he literally did nothing. In Arena, if you ignored Corvus, he literally did nothing. So it was actually very, like, you could literally kill off Corvus's entire team with Ice Area Tam before he could use his S3. Like, he didn't do anything. Like, I think they're just kind of misled, and that's probably my fault. I will own it. But he's not as strong as they think he is. It's another one of those circumstances where like I will say right now, like Corvus paired with Arbiter Vildred in GVG is really fucking hard to deal with. It is really hard to beat. Ideally, you like have to have a Crow to be able to beat that team, and even then, it is still very risky. And I have a clip of me fighting one recently, and I'll tag that on the end of this video. This video is probably going to be pretty long because it's kind of like a big topic for me. But in every other team comp, Corvus did nothing. He did absolutely nothing. Like, he was there to kind of force you to bring more damage. Like, that's what Corvus's role is in PvP right now. Like, you need a way to deal with him. But that's really no different than Dizzy. You know, you need a way to deal with Dizzy. It's no different from Arbiter Vildred. You need a way to deal with him. You know, you either need the damage mitigation or you need the extra turn mechanic or the extinction mechanic. Like, you have to bring something to deal with him, right? Same thing with Corvus. You need to make sure you have enough damage. Like, I don't think he was bad for the meta. I think him paired with Arbiter Vildred is bad for the meta because it's next to fucking impossible to beat that shit unless you have Dark Corvus or Crow. If you don't have those two units, it is very hard to beat that comp. It depends on what the third unit is, but I will just throw out ones that are really strong with it. Crow, Ruel, Assassin Coley. Maybe even ML Ken too. I could see ML Ken probably be doing good with that team. But yeah, Corvus, Arby, paired with certain other units, if built really well, is like impossible to beat without Crow. Actually, I will say it's like impossible to beat without Crow or Dark Corvus. I know. Like, I will leave a link in the description to when I fought my, like, Abdars is gonna be upset about this. Well, actually, man, I don't know. I'll probably hit you up and talk to you what you think about it. Because I don't think it's as bad as, you know, people are thinking it is. Because if you still don't have enough damage, like, you're still not going to kill him. So, I think I'm going to have to test him. I don't think I'm going to recall him right away. I'll test him before I recall, and I'll do another video afterwards. This is just like my initial thoughts. So let's continue reading here. Next, Corvus' skill enhancing effect granted for Fury's Advent will be changed. Most buffs/debuffs in Epic 7 are marked with icons that are affected by various battle rules. However, unlike the other effects, Corvus' skill enhancing effect was not constrained to these rules, and therefore undermined the uniformity of the game's battle rules. Okay, therefore, through this adjustment, we plan to change the existing skill description to act similar to the current skill enhance system. Therefore, the rage effect will replace the existing skill enhancing effect. Rage effect will enhance both shield slam and master rate, like as we saw above, as well as increasing both defense and effect resist by 30%. Helping resist debuffs such as sleep and stun while fortifying defense. Additionally, the 60% defense increase has been removed as it will be replaced by the rage effect. Finally, the skill descriptions Corvus have been improved, so we saw that. The following adjustments... Okay, too much reading. Hurts my brain. Following the adjustment of Corvus... Okay, this says you can recall him. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm going to have to go and look and see how much... Like, I'm not sure if he got two separate increases in defense. Because before it just said he enrages, right? I guess it says... Recovering health and increasing defense. I'm pretty sure that increasing defense there was the defense buff, but I don't think defense buff gives 60% more defense. I think it's 30. But I'm not positive, so I have to go double check. I just feel like defense buff isn't 60%. I think it's 50% actually. So I don't know where the 60% is coming from. See, this is where I'm kind of confused. So I have to look up the actual what it actually is. It's data mined on Reddit through Butt Reynolds' huge data mine post of in-game mechanics and stuff. So I have to go look at that. Increasing effect resist is really good because, like, my Corvus right now is 130 effect resistance, right? So that plus another 30 is 40 more, you know, give or take 43 effect resist. That was quick math. Like, so if it was wrong, oh well, but that puts him, you know, like 173 from 130. That's insane in effect resist, dude. Like, Luna ain't landed no defense break on him then. Not in PvP. So you can actually sacrifice some effect resist now. And like that's stacked with fucking Strax Gauntlet, dude. Holy shit. I don't know, you might be able to just build him tankier on Strax Gauntlet now and have him faster. So it's going to be interesting. Going to have to play with some builds. I think he's still viable. After seeing he gains 30 fighting spirit from his S2. I think you want to build him faster now. And sacrifice some of the effect resist. Build him faster. Maybe not necessarily on Durandal because, like, the way you would deal with him before is you ignore him, right? So he's not getting Durandal procs. I think now if you build him faster, around like 180 speed, 190 speed, and sacrifice some of that resistance and throw on Strax Gauntlet instead so you benefit from this new Rage, you know, effect resist passive, I think he's still pretty good. But I have to test him. So my initial thoughts is like I don't know how good he is. I don't think he's they didn't nerf him to the point where he was useless. I don't think. So if you guys are on the Corvus train and you're in the Corvus gang, you know, because, you know, he's our Lord and Savior with enormous faith. So I will test him. So stay tuned and I'll determine whether he's still going to be useful or not when this actually happens. The only thing, like I want this fucker to get nerfed, to be honest, because of the Arbiter Vildred Corvus comps. Corvus by himself isn't bad. He makes you have to think, and like I did a video on do I think like Corvus is going to get nerfed, and I didn't think he did because I thought he was good for the meta. But that was before, you know, the Alexa's basket and Arby shenanigans started, and that team really became part of the in-game Guild Wars meta. So we'll just have to see. I'm just gonna have a really fast sped-up clip of me getting destroyed by an Arby Corvus comp come in right now. So if you guys enjoy the video, give me a like. I appreciate it. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens. You guys have a good one. Later. What's up, guys? I'm back with some more Guild War. Today we're pretty much fighting the reformed former rank 2 guild. There's a lot of members from that guild in this guild, so they're actually really tough. They're not top 20. But there's a lot of really strong members in here. I feel like I lose this round 1, but this is the best I could come up with to try and beat it. We all know I actually haven't uploaded a couple Guild Wars, but I get clapped by Arbiter Vildred Corvus all the time. There's just no way I can deal with it. Ideally, you want Crow or Tart Corvus to deal with this team. Doing it without those 2 units is very hard. But this is kind of what I came up with for now. The thing is, like, I can bring a team, I can kill the Ruel, I can kill the Arby, but then the question is, do I have the damage to kill the Corvus afterwards?
That's why I need some kind of attack buff. It was either run this or run Montmorency and Lilius to make sure I can get through the Corvus. But then I lack healing. I either lack healing or I lack mitigation. Or I lack damage. And every single kind of comp I can build against this team. So it's a good comp. It's hard to beat without specific things. Unfortunately, I'm the one that has to break it. So here we go. The round 2, I'm pretty sure I win. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. But it just needs a draw to break, so here I am. Let's go ahead and get in here and see what happens. My speed tuning may not be the best. Hopefully my Carmen outspeeds, or my Tamarin outspeeds my Carmen. Fuck. They swapped. So, I think Arby's gonna go next. Do I want to just try and provoke him here? No, I'm going to get the immunity out just because it's going to give it to... he's going to S3 anyways. I want to get the invincible on Luna. That's less damage I'm going to take. Unfortunately, my Tam here is going to take a fat hit. Actually, that was very manageable damage. That wasn't that bad. So here, we want to poke him. Hopefully Ruel S3's him, she should.
Don't give up. Be saved.
Okay.
Self-control. Prepare to win.
I don't need to provoke him. Let's just tap the Ruel. He's gonna go. I want to get more value out of my S2. Right now, it's only going to heal one thing. I need to really manage my healing here. So, we'll just do this for now.
Do you believe in me?
And, I don't think I can kill him off right now. That's too dangerous. I have to heal first. So I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to poke the Ruel. She's not very tanky.
I'll end this quickly.
Okay, so I can heal here.
Can't close your eyes. Go away.
I gotta put myself in a good position to kill this Arby. And, I pretty much have to do it in 2 turns. Which is... I really need to skill up my Tamarin's S3. I don't use her in this situation very often. I think if I kill Arby and he revives, then S3 will more than likely kill me. And Tamarin is not going to be able to heal before then. So I'm going to have to eat Arbiter Vildred twice beforehand. This is tough. Like, I can kill him now and take the chance. Otherwise, I'm going to take 2 hits. My Tamarin's a good amount faster. Let's just, S3 the Ruel. Oh, we got the defense break, which was good. She's not on potion. So, okay, see, now that fucked me. That absolutely fucked me. There's no way I win now. I figured, like I said, I went with the comp that I lacked healing with. This Arby's gonna kill me.
Ridiculous.
The Ruel died, no problem. Oh, he didn't kill me. I think Carmen's dead. I really don't want to lose her. Yeah, I can't lose her. I'm pretty sure she's dead. Oh, she was fucking alive, dude, with like no health. Oh.